We are back with another round of music, which is perfect because I feel like right now the school year is starting, and a big part of my school experience was being in band, and this fabric's just super fun. I think this would be great to take to band competitions, to picnics, to all-day rehearsals kind of thing. I'm probably talking nonsense to those people that are not familiar with how marching band seasons work, but I promise you this would be a super fun quilt to have on hand and just be the coolest kid in your band group. So with this quilt, we're gonna go to Quilts in a Jiffy because we want this to be done in a jiffy, right? And so with this quilt, I'm gonna do the Wandering Way. Just like that dinosaur quilt I did a few weeks ago, I'm gonna switch up what looks like the background color and what looks like the focal color and see how it turns out. So with this quilt, as you're looking at it here, we've got the purple and the blue that are kind of, the purple is very much a dominant print or a dominant fabric, and then the blue and the white kind of hang out in the background. And so I think hanging out in the background is kind of what the this fabric's gonna end up doing. And so my music fabric has all these colors in it, and it was just too much fun. But if I had split it up into one of those kind of the paths that it's taking, I don't think it would balance out as well. So this is what's gonna be showing up as my like background fabric. And then for these, I've got two Konas that are gonna be the path, and just to kind of accent. The red and blue I feel like are gonna be pretty dominant. I think the blue is what I put in the place where the purple is, because I feel like red is gonna be so overpowering, but then red would be a good outside border to frame it up. So I'm gonna switch those around, see how it turns out, and hope for the best. So I'm gonna start wandering on my way to get this all cut out, and we'll see you back soon. Apparently my camera ran out of memory while I was chopping that. So here is the recap of everything that was cut. I've got my red pieces for the blocks, and then this is the border. These blue pieces are all over the place with the music pieces that are the white, which is the background. And then these little bitty skinny borders for the inside to go against the red for the outside. And then I was able to cut 2.5 inch binding because I got that 1.25 yards of Kona again. I don't think I have much left for a pillowcase in these prints, so I'll have to figure out something, but let's see how this comes together. I'm really curious how this is gonna all piece out. that everything's all cut, this is what's gonna happen. This is gonna get one of these. And then I'm gonna find one of these, I believe. So this is what I think is gonna happen. And then if I'm reading this right, I'm gonna make 2 of those and they kind of pair up together. So then this one and this one and this one. So there's that kind of block. So that's block A. And then block B is going to be, let's see, I've got blue on the bottom, blue square, and then blue on the top. And then these long skinny things are gonna go here. And then one's gonna go here to kind of make this, I wanna say it looks like a turtle. Like here's the body and here's the little legs and the little head right here. But anyways, so that's what's gonna happen. That's gonna be block B. So I'm gonna start with block A, power through those, go on to block B, power through those, and we should have blocks ready in no time. Much faster than half square triangles. First up is block A, then we have block B. So now it's just time to make these into rows, put some borders on them, and call it done. So the Wandering Way quilt has wandered its way into completion, and I think this one actually turned out really great. I was afraid that the red was going to be really overpowering, but with this layout and then the blue kind of being the main that kind of breaks everything up, I think the blue kind of calms it down a little bit, but the red is still there as kind of like a punch of color just to kind of shake it up a little bit. So I think this one turned out really fun as like a good gender neutral quilt. The music is kind of in there as like, you don't necessarily see it from far away, like looking at the camera right here. It definitely reads as a lighter print, so it lets that red and blue kind of be the focal. But then when you get up and look closer, you see the fun of the music notes and the colors and everything in there. So I think this one turned out super awesome. I'm really glad with the layout. It came together really well, as also it was just a lot of squares, so it was nice to not have half square triangles because that sped everything up. Imagine that. So let's take a closer look at this and then we'll be back real soon to quilt it.